Hello, and welcome to Tim Tunes. I'm Tim Rose, and I've written over 100 songs over the last 50 years. In each podcast, I feature several songs that I've written over the years on a particular theme or subject. I'd like to thank everyone for their kind words from our last podcast, Beginnings. Your support and comments are greatly appreciated. Please keep them coming. If you're a first-time listener to Tim Tunes and enjoy this podcast, I invite you to go back and give Beginnings a listen. I'd like to give a special shout-out today to Joe Cashwell. Joe played bass guitar for me for several years back in the 70s and helped me develop the feel and style for many of my early songs. Nice to see you're on the right side of the dirt and still playing, Joe. Our theme today is friends. Today, I'll feature 3 songs that I wrote in high school and college to give support to some of my friends in my own passive, non-aggressive way. The song Fallen Angel was written for a girlfriend from college. She was very religious and had recently had a falling out with her father. So I used biblical references throughout the song. For instance, Fallen Angel is an alias for the devil. I'm sort of drawing a comparison between her earthly father and her heavenly father. I could go on and on about all the references and double meanings, but mercifully for you, I won't. For all you guitarists out there, this song uses a drop D tuning, where I tune both of the E strings down a whole step to D. This is recorded at Dave Garavsto's studio in his home around 1982. I like this version mainly because my wife Marcy is singing backup vocals along with Maureen Keegan. Without further delay, here is Fallen Angel.
When they rolled away your stone and you found your gods were gone, did you feel you were forsaken? Did you feel you had been taken? You are not alone. And it's a long, long fall to the pavement from the sky. But before we are reborn, before we learn to fly, we must die. A phoenix from the ashes, she will rise. So lay down your broken crosses and stop all of your crying, for in your Father's eyes, indeed whose eyes are your own, you are dying. But no one can deny that the spark within your eye was kindled in some ancient thought far across the void beyond the sky. Falling like a phoenix from the ashes. She will rise. Fallen
Ending on the major chord gives the song a lift at the end and says maybe things aren't so bad after all. This technique is known as a Picardy third and has been used extensively since the Renaissance. There are many instances of contemporary songwriters using the technique. One of the best examples of its use can be heard at the end of every chorus in Killing Me Softly with His Song by Roberta Flack. This is the folk version, but there are several other versions of the song, including a reggae version and a rock and roll version. You may have already guessed that I have no aversion to versions. The next piece was written around 1971 for a friend in high school who was having a hard time navigating the inevitable changes that come with that time of life. Everyone going off on their own ways, so many changes, goodbyes, and departures. It's a simple song that features a flat-picked acoustic guitar. I often think of this as the second song I ever wrote. Even way back then, I was looking for ways to make the songs sound different from each other. Although this song has a folk feel like my first song, it feels more like country to me than folk. As I listen to it, I can hear a pedal steel guitar playing in the background. This arrangement is very simple, just one guitar and voice recorded at the same time. I think this recording was from the early 2000s when I was archiving all of my music. I've only ever played it a few times live, mainly back in the 70s. I remember playing it with Joe Cashwell and Steve Vaughan in Frostburg. More on that later. I hope you enjoy Hard Road.
Is cracked with neglect, as is the dust on your soul. Close friends are acquaintances, tedious maintenances of memories from so long ago. You've lost yourself in your efforts, my friend. Confusion consumes you like fire. Only you can see what you want to be. Only you can feel that desire. It's a hard road to travel on this journey together, and we still have such a long, long way to go. So let's trust in each other and call ourselves brothers, for we still have such a long, long way to go. Cast off your chains of suspicion, my friend. Sow your seeds in the wind. The harvest of your past has ended at last. Leave it all and start over again. But it's a hard road to travel on this journey together, and we still have such a long, long way to go. So let's trust in each other and call ourselves brothers, for we still have such a long, long way to go.
Instead of making this song verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, as in other early songs, I eliminated the first chorus. A chorus needs to be either very compelling or have a great hook to be repeated 3 times in a song. Here the chorus serves as a kind of bridge, but is repeated. Usually, but not always, the bridge is only played once in a song. Sometimes writers will start the intro with the end of the bridge, as it usually, but not always, harmonically resolves to the verse. There are no hard and fast rules in songwriting, just guidelines. Without them, it's just chaos, cats and dogs living together. A friend of mine in college, circa 1974, was feeling put upon because she somehow had developed a bad girl reputation. She dressed like a hippie, wasn't shy, and always spoke her mind. I guess that was enough for people to make assumptions about her morals. So, I decided to take that reputation and turn it on its head and feature the benefits of a bad reputation. Dottie Lou is a very real person. She might even comment on this podcast if we're lucky. When I wrote this song, Joe Cashwell, Steve Vaughn, and I were playing a weekly gig at a small bar in Frostburg, Maryland. At the time, the drinking age for beer and wine was 18. We got paid in beer and tips. When we passed the hat in the audience among our fellow college students, there wasn't a lot in it. So, we had to optimize the beer part of our compensation. This led to a style of guitar that could be played no matter how many sheets to the wind we were. The stride pacing and barroom feel of the song was a byproduct of our payment as well. Back in those days, and still today to some extent, Dottie Lou was my most popular song. Today's version was recorded at Bias Studios in Springfield, Virginia in 1982. This song and 3 others were later released that year on a red vinyl extended play record, or EP. Back before streaming and MP3s and CDs, it was difficult to distribute your music without making a record. You could make a cassette, but the EP showed that you were a little more serious. The EP was a little bit bigger than a standard single, but played at 33 1/3 RPM and had a little hole in it like a long play record. This recording features Ted Onulak on saxophone, Dave Garavstos on keys, Charlie Phelps on bass, James Reese Dillard on drums, and me on guitar and vocals. The song was engineered, mixed, and mastered by Jim Robeson with support from Dale Allen and John Eggers. Here is Dottie Lou.
do-da-de-loo. Should I just stand at the bar, love, and talk until 2? Tell me, what do you want me to do, da-de-doo? She got the long brown hair and a slinky smile, and when she starts to shake it, Lord, she drives me wild. When you're stepping out with da-de-doo, you're stepping out in style. Well, she makes you feel like a man in just a little while. Oh, that sweet, sweet little da-de-doo. Come on, baby, what do you want me to do? Should I just stand at the bar and talk it till 2? Or what do you want me to do, da-de-doo? Well, you think she's not looking when you lay down your card, but I can tell you, sucker, that she's looking hard. Well, you might look good, but you can't see far, and she's off before you know it in somebody else's car. Oh, yeah. Well, some say she's been misguided, and others say she's all the tame, but everybody gets excited when they mention her name. Well, the women all get indignant, and the men all go insane, but tell me, sweet little darling, who's really the one to blame? Whoa, no, oh, no, you know I really don't. I say I don't think so. Come on, tell me, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do, da-da-doo?
Although I played this song with virtually every band I was in, this is still my favorite recording of it. By the way, you can catch Ted the saxophonist playing with his band Exit 10 almost every Monday night in Washington, D.C., in the Adams Morgan section at Madam's Organ, a popular bar with live music. Yes, that's a real thing. You can follow the band at exit10music.com. And you can follow Dave Garavsdos at davegaravsdos.com as he plays all over the greater D.C. metro area. Please don't ask me to spell it. Well, that's all we wrote for today's podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to comment as you see fit. Next time, our topic will be transitions, and will feature songs written for the transitions that adults go through as we age. As always, you can stream or purchase my published music on your favorite music source: Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, or Amazon. Napster, Rhapsody, eMusic, there's a lot. Can't remember off the top of my head. Some of them I think are out of business now, or have been sold, or just don't even really exist anymore. Maybe.